You're watching KATC TV3.
A motorcade for the late St. Mary Parish Sheriff traveled through parts of the parish, ending here in Morgan City. I'm Samantha Loren, your St. Mary Parish reporter, and I speak with one man whose life is forever changed by Smith.
A national organization urges law enforcement agencies to work with them, not against them. I'm Anna Fisher, your Iberia Parish reporter, and I'm digging deeper to find out how you may be able to solve a missing persons case.
On Thursday morning, a motorcade traveled through parts of St. Mary Parish for the late St. Mary Parish Sheriff Blaze Smith. I'm Samantha Loren, your St. Mary Parish reporter here in Morgan City, and I spoke with those whose lives were impacted by Smith.
Seeing everybody here today is showing how much, that people really love him and let him know that he's not going to be forgotten.
This made life better for all the deputies and the people that was around. And that's what we loved about him, and that's why so many people cared about him.
The motorcade route started in Franklin at Ibert's funeral home, going through Baldwin, Chittamauga Trail, Bayou Vista, Sorrel, Berwick, Patterson, Amelia, before stopping in Morgan City. Various police agencies from neighboring parishes, St. Mary Parish Sheriff's Office, and friends and family gathered outside the municipal auditorium in Morgan City to say their last goodbyes. One person in particular, Joshua Moot, says he met Smith during his teen years when he was going through a rough time. Smith's mentorship changed the path he was headed down.
He started helping me with my, my life. He was my mentor, and I started going down the wrong path, but he talked to me and helped me through my life. That was like my best friend right there. Now I'm a good person because of Blaze Smith.
When asked how Smith will be remembered, Moot says through his dedication to his parish.
His service to the community. His great service. His service was great.
St. Mary Parish Sheriff's Office Chief Deputy Gary Driscoll has recently been sworn in as St. Mary Parish Sheriff. He says there was no leader quite like Smith, and his compassion towards all made him who he was.
Blaze was a different type of sheriff. I've been here for 32 years, and he was genuinely concerned about the people. He loved his deputies. He did things that I've never seen before. Some of the things that I've seen, homicides or death notifications, he would show up and pray with the family.
The motorcade was followed by a viewing and funeral services here at the Morgan City Municipal Building. Reporting in St. Mary Parish, Samantha Loren, KATC TV3.
In Acadia Parish, state police are investigating a crash on Interstate 10 that claimed the life of 23-year-old Adrian Pascual. Troopers say shortly after 10:30 Wednesday night, Pascual was driving east when, for reasons unknown, he left the road, went into a ditch, overturned several times, and was ejected. We're told Pascual was not wearing a seatbelt. He was pronounced dead on the scene by the Acadia Parish Coroner's Office.
In St. Landry Parish, state police have arrested the person they say is responsible for the death of a bicyclist last month. 34-year-old Ryan Swallow is facing charges connected to the hit-and-run death of a 54-year-old Daniel Leger. The crash happened January 26th on L.A. Highway 103 near Port Barry. Troopers say Leger was riding a bicycle near the fog line when he was hit from behind by an unknown vehicle. We're told Leger was wearing dark-colored clothing, and the bike had a red flashing LED light on it. Swallow has been charged with negligent homicide and hit-and-run.
A national organization is urging law enforcement agencies to work with them, not against them. I'm Anna Fisher, your Iberia Parish reporter, and I spoke with Derica Wilson from the Black and Missing Foundation to find out how they are serving as a resource for those hoping to find their missing loved ones.
It's so sad that it seems as if people in the Black and brown community, they have this uphill battle in getting those that are there to protect and serve to even take our cases seriously. So one thing that we do, we've created a website, a database that families can report their missing loved ones to us. And what we do is we walk hand in hand with these families in working with law enforcement, as well as utilizing our relationships with the media on a local and national level, because we have those partnerships and relationships help amplify these cases.
Join me at 6 to hear more from Cheryl's father, Michael, and her twin sister, Sherry. Reporting in New Iberia, I'm Anna Fisher, KATC TV3.
Well, as promised, a cloudy day across Acadiana with temperatures mostly in the 50s. We started out in the mid-50s, and it took us a while, but we did punch into the lower 60s this afternoon. A little dull sunshine out there a little bit earlier. Cloudy for the most part, upper 50s to near 60, and temperatures don't drop a whole lot with the cloud cover in the area. As we take a look at the regional satellite and radar, it looks busier than it actually is. A lot of verga out there, rain that's not reaching the ground, but as we turn on to Power Doppler 3, you can see there's not a whole lot of activity, a few sprinkles here and there, and that's the way it's going to go for the next few hours. But by 10 o'clock tonight, things will be picking up as we take a look at all our short-term models, showers, and maybe a little embedded thunder developing at 10 and being on and off through the overnight hours. Activity should tail off for the most part first thing tomorrow morning. By noon, we look drier. Temperatures low to mid-60s tomorrow afternoon with maybe a renegade shower or two as we head into Friday afternoon. But by tomorrow evening, things should be quieting down overall. Temperature-wise, we're going to gradually fall through the mid-50s overnight tonight. Notice those rain chances ramping up, especially after midnight in the 60 to 70 to 80% range. We'll go 80% tonight, 60% early tomorrow, but those rain chances tailing off. Plenty of clouds, though. Once again, they may try to thin by late in the day, but I wouldn't count on much sun, if any, as we head into the weekend, but we might see some Saturday afternoon. We'll talk more about the weekend forecast and a very active pattern over the next week to 10 days. Full details coming up in just a few short minutes.
Well, the story started off following customer complaints to our newsroom regarding new booking procedures. When I arrived at the Greyhound station, I met residents who had even more concerns. I mentioned you saying your North Lafayette Parish reporter with a look at those complaints and important travel information you need to know. With Greyhound being a popular mode of transportation for many Lafayette residents making connection trips to other parts of Louisiana, Lafayette residents like these two who didn't want to show their face on camera say not having an agent on the property has been a challenge when traveling.
It's just, it's kind of just dry. It's been that way since COVID. There's not really a lot of help. So if you are the type of person who is an older person or you have a disability or you're just impaired in any type of way, there is no help for you.
I called the local agency and spoke with Lacey Walker, the local contractor for the Greyhound agency in Lafayette. She said unlike other cities like New Orleans and Lake Charles, Lafayette does not have a Greyhound terminal, which limits certain services to online or over the phone. I also called the Greyhound corporate office. After numerous calls, I only got the voicemail. And once again, the Lafayette Transit System tells me they are not affiliated with Greyhound. Anyone with complaints or concerns should reach out to Greyhound directly. For now, here in Lafayette Parish, I'm H.G. St., your North Lafayette Parish reporter for KATC TV.
In state news, a lawsuit challenging the new congressional map that created 2 black majority districts is moving forward toward a trial. A hearing is set for April 8th and 9th in District Court in Shreveport. The lawsuit alleges the map passed by lawmakers last month is unconstitutional. 12 plaintiffs claim lawmakers drew the boundaries solely based on race.
Lawmakers have adjourned the second session of the 2024 6 days before its scheduled deadline. This extraordinary session called for Governor Landry's focus on crime. More than a dozen bills were approved by both chambers and now head to the governor's desk for signature. Measures adopted include concealed carrying of firearms without a permit, expansion of the methods used to administer the death penalty, increased penalties for crimes including carjacking and the distribution of fentanyl, changes to the age of juvenile offenders and restrictions to parole and probation.
A made-for-TV split-screen moment, the optics of politics at the southern border. President Joe Biden and GOP presidential frontrunner Donald Trump both in Texas today. Record-setting unauthorized border crossings, one of the top issues with voters. President Biden meeting Border Patrol agents and first responders in the border city of Brownsville, Texas. The president blaming congressional Republicans for killing a bipartisan bill to fix the border crisis with new funding. But Trump had denounced the bill even before it was released, saying it wasn't strong enough to secure the border. Critics say Trump did not want to allow President Biden to fix the border before the election.
It took 4 months of us, the White House, working with Republicans and Democrats in the Senate to get that done. And obviously, Republicans have rejected that because of politics.
But GOP lawmakers quick to criticize Biden for visiting Brownsville, saying conditions are far more dire in countless other border cities.
Why would he go to the 29th ranked hotspot? Because he doesn't really want to see the reality.
Trump today about 300 miles away in Eagle Pass, Texas, where the surge of migrants is greater.
You look outside and you see all of the horror. You see millions and millions of people coming across the border illegally.
Trump is promising mass deportations of migrants if he becomes president again. With Congress still deadlocked on any kind of border reform, President Biden is considering taking executive action to address the migrant influx. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
A rainy night ahead for Acadiana. We'll talk your rain chances, rain totals, and that all-important weekend forecast coming up right after the break.